Hi guys, Rando Gamer here with the next session of the Rise of Vecna. This is session 3, which picks up with kind of the last little bit of preparations in Aralas prior to the party making their way out to the keep that they have been given. There's a little bit of some lore for Jezreel and the Thieves Guild that's kind of covered during the session. We get caught up with Raven and what's going on with her. And the party kind of covers a little bit of what they would like to do, determining how much downtime they would like to do before they really focus in on getting prepared for Vecna. And then they make their way out to the keep, even branding it with the new title. If you like the video, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to stay up to date with any of my content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. But without further ado, here is session 3 of The Rise of Vecna.
Okay. So, the Phoenix Force, as they made their way back to Aralas, kind of more or less licking their wounds, they were greeted by, like, the whole city, who was just already cheering in our arrival. And we'd soon learned that we were all heralded as like heroes, and which kind of affected the individual people of the party in different ways. Um, Cain, as everybody kind of got off of the ship and made their way towards, because they had a meeting with the king and queen, right? Or that, what were their titles? Was it king and queen?
King and Queen. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, so we had the King, Queen, and the Warlord.
yeah.
Cain handed off his mask to a young boy before that.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah, I gave a young boy my mask. It was like a whole thing. And then after getting to the the chamber in which we were able to speak, well, we didn't speak to the king or queen until like much later in the conversation. Most of the conversation was held with the warlord Hellmate, or what was
Hellmat.
his name? Hellmat.
Hell, man.
And you know, we all would later learn how Gladdek actually felt about that encounter overall. But during that conversation, got a lot of praise, in a way, from the general and later on the king. Um, and also Jezreel got a huge amount of praise as well, from the king and the war. No, was it the warlord? I can't remember. I think the warlord.
It was kind of both, but the most praise came
Yeah,
from the King.
yeah. Uh, so, anyways, we. I might be missing some details, but I know eventually it was revealed to us that the king was one of the very rarely chosen people that was blessed with the power of mana, and we more or less gave him the tutorial of like how to sort of like at least be aware of it, and like what it is and how you can whatever affect it. Um,
We
let's
also
see here.
learned
Yeah, go
that
for it.
Felix Evermore wielded the Holy Avenger, which might be a vital weapon in the coming stuff with Vecna.
Oh yes.
Tar managed to get the Phoenix Force declared a noble house, so the entire party is now considered noble.
Yes. How could I forget that?
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, I'll just add, Tar's last name has officially been changed to Phoenix and will be spread out throughout the continent.
The king once again emphasized that he wanted Gladdek to become the next Dwarven king, and gave him a letter to help secure that sort of spot if he so chose. They also awarded us a keep that's on the edge of Aralas and Khazad Goran. After this, we
Has
kind of
it-
broke out to do our own sort of things. Aslan went and acquired a fridge for the new keep, and acquired some servants.
Stove, and then just
Yeah,
a nice
basically
kitchen.
a full like royal kitchen set included with staff.
Perfect. Aslan also started working on trying to get in contact with his old master and potentially have him come and cook at the keep in the future. Adrona spent some time kind of getting to know the city life, spent some time at one of the local bars. Cain went to purchase some furnishings to kind of replicate his hometown. And then he had an encounter with the kid that he gave the mask to earlier, where he was getting the piss beat out of him, trying to defend someone else, and Cain stepped in. Dahlia sends a letter home to her family, and also has her axe honed by one of the local blacksmiths that was very nervous to work on anything, knowing that Gladdek and Tar are part of the party. But Dahlia eventually gets him to go ahead and work on said axe and effectively gets him to join our keep as well. So we have a full blacksmith setup coming to our keep. Gladdek sat down to read the letter, which basically stated that the king recommends that Gladdek become the next Dwarven king, and that the relationship between Erlass and the Dwarven kingdom would be significantly better if that were to come to pass. Gladdek, feeling that this is not the best way to go about becoming the king if that's what he wants, burns the letter. Then he goes and acquires an amulet of the devout, and he goes to do some research on an element that would make the mirror shield happen, which happened to be quartz down in the draconic region of Erlass. So
Yes.
a potential to go on a trip with Dahlia for that. Tar joined a blacksmith guild is what I've got written here. I don't remember the exact particulars of that one. Tar also goes to an enchantment to find a high level enchantment related to gravity. She also heads to a nearby adoption building to find
And
two
does
children.
the most Dre thing ever, dude. Does the most, dude. After that session, I like told Riley about it, and she was like, "What?"
All right.
And so we like watched the stream, and I'm like, "Dude, that's the most Dre thing I've ever seen ever."
Speaking of, Dre, why don't you give us some descriptions of how that encounter went down and the names that you have given them? I know.
Jesus
You ask her
Christ.
with
Yeah,
them?
I just waited your ass.
Oh, that's a great verb. I love that. Oh, she's typing it?
No, sorry. I
Oh,
just
okay.
real quick.
Like, oh, that must have been a big bite.
Okay, so the youngest one is Samilla, and the oldest one will be Theron.
What race are they?
Their last names are Windfoot, but they are half elves.
Oh. How old are they?
I was thinking, that's one thing I was having a hard time with. I didn't know how young would be too young, so I was thinking one would be about 8 years old, while one is about 12 years old.
Okay.
Okay. Tar then comes to talk with Gladdek because she has a plan to make some sentries for
Yes,
the
so cool.
keep as well, which Gladdek agreed to help with, although in actually bringing said sentries to life was out of his expertise. Yezreel went to pick up some sagewood furniture to take to the new keep.
Which, dude, so curious about that. Dude, Yezreel is literally, since day one, even in the last campaign, has been such a mysterious character.
Yeah, and that was the thing, is so there was a lot of very mysterious talk as he was purchasing said furniture that anybody at the table was kind of out of the loop except for the DM and Yezreel. So that was neat. He also was working on trying to get a teleportation rune set up for the keep, and then went to the same blacksmith that Dahlia had already set up and got his daggers honed as well.
Name. I was trying to get that too.
Well, that was pretty much well rounded out. Like, pretty good recap. Thank you to everybody who participated in that. A couple of things I will add. So it was part of that conversation with the warlord, the king, and the queen. Basically said that the Phoenix Force is not required to join in the war effort. However, they actively plan on besieging Ravana and conquering it, making it theirs. So that is the current plan for the war that is now being introduced, which is now being introduced with the new side in the faction, right? Um, the with your guys' help, letting the king explore the possibilities of mana control. It turns out he is actually quite spectacular at manipulating the mana once being given instruction. Um, but he basically let on that there are likely others that have felt his same thing. It just kind of happened to him overnight. So that opened the door to some potential um, findings in the near future. Um, but the keep is mostly staffed already with some wait staff. It's this particular order of servants called the Order of the Cloth. They're a particularly high trained a group of individuals, um, specifically for like exemplary housekeeping.
Yeah, they're like the apex of the like housekeeping industry.
So you have a subset of the Order of Cloth that are at your disposal at the keep. But you were told that the keep is in relative disrepair. It was abandoned for quite some time and is now being refurnished for your efforts. Um, Additionally, every member of the party received 10,000 gold, which was all put into a party fund that Aslan is the current banker of.
Well, some of it was put into the party fund.
Oh, right. There was
Yeah.
some that was divvied out to like for the immediate party use, and the rest was put into the party fund.
I think it was like a general consensus of like 1,000 to
Yeah.
the party each.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the rest of us kept the 9,000 to ourselves. The 9,000.
Yeah, dude, because of
And
the way
Gladdek
we,
gave 10,000, so there's a total
Yes.
of 20,000 for keep fund, 90k, 80k for the rest of the party.
Yes.
Okay, and that pretty much wraps it up. We've got about another day and a half left in Aralas. And we left off the previous night with the first night of festivities just kind of blowing up. People are having parties, drinking cactus ale from all different kinds of vendors. And it's just been a party. We're going to start off today's session on the second day inside of Aralas, the capital city. And we all wake up, some worse off for the wear than others. And the crowds have mostly died down. But it seems like for those who are awake at this time, probably around 8 or 9 a.m., looking out of their windows from their respective rooms and taverns, that there's virtually no trash out on the streets. Whether that's odd or not, having the amount of people and partying that was happening is a bit shocking, to say the least. So this is where we'll start session 3 of the Rise of Vecna. What would you all like to do?
Quick question. How far away is Tar's wagon?
So your wagon is being kept in a storehouse. This is something that would have been relayed to you once it was put there. It's kind of off in a storehouse near the docks. It was kept in the cargo bay inside of the Howling Wind, and it was then transported to a storehouse.
Oh, perfect. She's gonna go get her wagon and go greet Toka, who's been chilling in the wagon.
Okay.
And just get it ready for traveling, but she's gonna take it to the No, I think she has everything she needs for it. She's just gonna have it ready for the travel to the keep.
Okay. Yeah. While you're heading over there, what would everyone else like to do? I'm assuming that not everybody stayed in the same tavern.
Um,
Oh, go ahead.
uh, on Tar's way to get her wagon, Aslan would like to join her for a small little RP.
Do it.
Okay. You know, Tar, I've had a question I've been wondering.
Tar nods.
I've been a little homesick of late, and, well, I've been working on trying to restore you to your former body. Eventually, I'd like to go there with you because I see no better group to restore you to original form.
Tar blinks a few times, thinking about it before she signs. As she does her hand signs, she kind of, like I said, tries to talk as well, still struggling. But she says, "I would be honored to see your clan and to receive such a privilege."
Well, I know the rest of the group would probably like to join. They have great healing, hot springs, and medicinal herbs.
You know,
But I think I'm gonna take some time alone and go there beforehand, while everybody else goes to the keep.
she signs, "Once I get my new wards and my wagon there, and get my orders filled for the construction that may need to be done, I will be willing to go with you."
Sounds good. I'm gonna set up a teleportation circle there at the keep, but afterwards I want to try to spend at least a month with my tribe.
She nods.
The morning is looking bright. The sun, it's a much more clear day than the days prior. You still have the the chilly ocean breeze wafting into town, leaving kind of a salty visage to the air. As we go over to Gladdek.
One of the things Gladdek would do at this point, kind of having the pressure from both the king and just knowing the impending threat, he would write a letter to the Dwarven Kingdom, basically just asking for specifically the dates of the coronation expected for his cousin, and kind of giving them the location that they'll be at with the keep for their response.
Okay. You're able to find a courier, no problem. You're kind of given this same spiel that Dahlia received previously, that they have assurances that your letter will be delivered, that they always have people following in case of one that ends up perishing, but they will get it there as quickly as possible. It will take maybe about a week to 2 weeks for them to deliver the message.
Other than that, he would eventually try and group up with everybody else to kind of see where we're at in our preparation for heading to the keep, and then how long we're wanting to kind of take setting up the keep before we move on to our next objective.
Okay, Adrona, what you got?
Well, Adrona doesn't really, again, have much that she really is interested in doing at this time, so she will just kind of wander the town some more just to get more idea of the city life that's going on around
Okay.
there.
Is there anything in particular that you want to keep your eye out for? Like, there's a variety of street performers that are now setting up now that the morning is kind of over. There are several different shops that like little doodads and festival paraphernalia and stuff.
Well, she may just look for any other children that might be just out and playing, because she does enjoy being able to play with children when she comes
Oh,
across
dude,
them.
that's the cutest fairy thing I've ever heard.
So
Or a Pennywise twist.
You shut up.
you're able to find a street performer that they're mimicking some of the marble statues that are riddled throughout the palace, and for a while you just kind of stare because it's uncanny. It looks like a statue, but then it winks at you, and then a bunch of kids just start whispering around, and then they try to poke, and nothing happens. The fabric on the clothing doesn't even move. It's almost as if it's marble itself. It's
like-
until they get more brave and actually start to grab, where he just stands up straight with a stern look, and it just spooks them, and they all kind of giggle and run off. But this continues for about a half hour.
She is gonna watch it for the whole half hour, giggling when the kids run off giggling. And then she'll walk away and just wander some more.
Yeah, and it's just kind of more of the same. Like, imagine just like street magic being done in a fantasy world, to where it's elevated to that just a little bit amount, to where it still feels unnatural for it to be done, but it's being uh like filled up with a bit of flair. Like there's some card tricks where it seems like it's Gambit from the Marvel universe that are like messing with cards, and then all of a sudden all the cards light up and poof into flame, and it's the card that the kid chose.
Oh, cool.
It's just elevated like magic, right?
She'll just enjoy it all and just watch it all.
Okay. Cain.
All right, so um on the second day after waking up, I imagine I got the appropriate amount of sleep, not to get an exhaustion point, but like Cain, the first day was like pretty committed to just like drinking up the attention that he was getting from the people of Erlas. And after waking up, I want to write a letter to my family. I'll just summarize it. The letter addresses the family as a whole, and I just will say like, hey, I haven't written in a long time, so I hope I haven't worried you, but I'll explain how like we are considered heroes of the land. I've been recognized as like a royal house, and just trying to like really talk about the rewards of our quests. And it's at that point in the letter writing that Cain will be hit with a thick slab of reality, which is he recognizes that he may be being treated like a hero right now, but Cain knows that he failed, and the moment of um Felix getting torn in half will just like replay in his mind. But in the moment, Cain will choose to sort of continue to live in this fantasy of being treated like a hero, because it's like everything he's always wanted, basically. And then I'll just sign off the letter by saying that there are still a lot of large things at foot, but maybe in the next couple months I'll come visit home again, and I'll put it in an envelope. I'm also going to be sending 2,000 gold with this with this message, and with that, I'm going to like hire 2 or 3 mercenaries to accompany the what's the fucking word, the courier, to ensure that the safety of the package is delivered without any inconveniences.
The courier pipes up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we could do that for you, but I just want to let you know that those are some rough beats. Even with mercenary help, it's gonna take some time.
Oh, I know, but the mercenaries are just really there to make sure you get the package to, you know.
I understood. I just wanted to let you know it might take a bit longer than usual.
Alrighty, that's fine with me, as long as they did it. And how much would you say would it cost me to hire some mercenaries to accompany the courier?
He'll take a 10% charge. So you're asking a $2,000 gold envelope. They'd probably be expected to 200 gold to pay for the lot.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm sending 2,000. I'll just mark down 2,200.
Okay.
But
that ensures that the couriers and the mercenary party will have food and proper equipment to travel to that destination.
Okay, great. In addition to that, just one little bit of shopping. Cain's going to get a fucking new superhero costume.
Hell yeah.
Because
Cool.
he, even though he's like choosing to live in this sort of dreamlike state, like I'm just like just almost as if I'm like inhaling opium. I feel enthralled to get a new mask, and it's going to be the same style of Batman mask, like it whites out the eyes over the slits, and it's going to be the same sort of style. However, I'm looking for a red leather color, and we're not quite blood red, maybe closer to a neutral red, and the what's the word? The outline, not the outline, but like the stitching on the side around the whole mask is a yellow color.
Cool.
As far as like my pants go, I kind of want to stay in the realm of camo still, but I want to pick up a pair of camo pants that are a little bit more desert themed coloration, as opposed to the green, the standard camo.
1000%.
And yeah, I'm going to keep the same wife beater that I'm wearing. But yeah, that's my goal, is to obtain a new superhero costume.
Yeah, it's not too far fetched to get that made. Vibrant colors and silk are a very common commodity here in Airlass, and you're able to find that no problem. It will probably only drop you about a gold to just get the materials and have it crafted up real quick.
Okay, cool. Actually, I just thought of a last-minute addition to my new superhero costume. I want to buy a chain necklace, and I want the links to be about half an inch long, maybe 3/4 of an inch. So it's going to be like a beefy chain necklace that only goes down to just above the collarbone.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
And I did want to have a moment with Gladdek, but I kind of want to have that conversation when we're at the keep. So that's it for me.
You just have to remind me.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, one more thing. I'm sorry.
Okay, shoot away.
That same day, because I wrote that letter, I'm more vulnerable to almost acknowledging this actual state of the reality, which is we failed. And we don't. Cain feels like he doesn't deserve this treatment. I'm going to specifically go. It could be at a random bar or whatever. I'm going to approach some citizens that I'm sure will be stoked to see me, and I'm going to ask them what happened. I want them to tell me the story of what happened.
Okay.
I don't know how to word that more.
Yeah. So you go up to the Copper Drum. You haven't ever personally been here, but it's been visited by a couple members of the party. They specialize in it's almost like a Moscow Mule, but it's mainly treated with cactus ale.
Oh. Interesting. Okay.
So a bit sweeter than some other places that you may have had it before. But you asked a couple of the patrons, and an elven man kind of like is super stoked to help answer. Well, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what you really mean by that. I mean, you were there, but I mean, I should tell you the events of what I heard.
Yes, please. I know it's a strange question. I just indulge me as I sort of give a little bit of a wink.
Yeah, there was so much hype around everyone that our heroes that saved us from the dragon attacks of most recent years, they took off on the howling wind at tremendous speeds, and they even fought a dragon turtle on the way there. They were only gone for about a month, 2 months maybe, and they had not only identified the threat that opposed Western Utal, but also informed the entire Eralassian army of what they had done. But not only that, they came back, survived the assault from this guy, and you came back to bring the rest of the army.
I just get up and turn away and walk out of the bar. Cain just sort of grips his fist and sort of does the whole clench, and like he realizes that they're not recognizing like what. I don't know. Anyways,
they're just seeing the surface level.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Okay, move on.
Okay. Dahlia. We're on the second day. You've kind of woken up to an average day in Eralass. You'd wish it was a little hotter. It gets a little colder this close to the shore compared to your hometown, but it's a nice day nonetheless. Gore seems to be recovering quite nicely. After being transported from the ship, a couple of people saw the damaged war hero and offered their services in her time of rest, and was able to get mostly recovered, whether that was due to medical treatment and or healing potions of the like. Clarissa, can you hear us right now?
We can't hear you. Man, maybe I gotta
feel
start
for you.
keeping count for Clarissa
Give her a
instead of
break.
just Nick.
It's
I know. I'm just kidding. Still can't hear
With
you.
me, it's
still
okay.
not
because...
Oh,
Oh,
maybe. Nope.
Wait.
oh.
There.
Oh.
No. Maybe.
Are you going through a
Ooh,
tunnel?
ooh.
Can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
me now.
Yes.
But there's an echo.
That's through my mic.
No, mine's popping up. I can see it.
Yep.
Yours is
Yeah,
now
it's
too?
both.
Oh, so yeah, you'll just have to. There you go.
Fucking technology, man.
okay. We can hear you great. You look great.
I'm not a big fan
let's-
of this lens being this close to my face, but whatever.
We'll figure it out. It's
That's
more
Totally
immersive.
fine. Yeah, like we'll be able to really see the expression.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Front row seat.
Okay, so
Yeah, like I said, Gore is mostly recovered. Still has a little bit of a hard time getting up to her feet, but can fully walk around and carry her weapons.
okay. Have we had a chance to have Gore's axe sent down for polishing and shining?
Yeah. I believe in the previous session you had asked to make sure that was the
Yes.
same, and it definitely happened. Gore didn't personally deliver it, but it was taken care of.
Okay.
It kind of received the same treatment, just a minor sharpening, but that's due to experience of the forge. But
Okay, perfect. She's gonna want to have a quick conversation with Gore, and then at some point find time to have a conversation at least with Gladdek.
okay. What's on your mind?
I'm just curious. How do you like the axe?
You know, it was a nice gesture to get it sharpened. I should really be taking better care of it, but the battle damage almost, it makes it feel heavier in my hand. If that made sense.
It does. I hope it wasn't too forthcoming of me to have that done for you.
No, the gesture is appreciated. Like I said, this is something I need to be doing, but better with myself. But thank you.
All in all, though, the craftsmanship, what do you think of it?
I definitely had better.
So what I'm hearing is room for improvement.
Well, yeah. I guess I was just kind of spoiled with this quality of weapon. I haven't really needed to take care of it up until now.
When I spoke to the blacksmith, they wanted to come and work for us. Learn from us. Do you think that's a good idea? Yeah.
Do you see a problem?
No.
To be honest. Oh, please.
It has always been within my culture and my family to train and teach.
But I sense some hesitation.
Hmm. I think the only hesitation there is...
Minus 1 point, Aslan.
I think the only hesitation there is just with everything that happened. I guess I doubt my... I doubt my abilities to train anybody to go further.
Okay, Dahlia, I'm going to be straight with you.
We both know that you're not.
Well, no matter what way you swing your axe, it's straight.
Fair.
I'm sorry, I love that I said that. Okay. With all of the things that we went through, all of the unexpected turns, the fact that we are here and able to come back with a stronger front, I think that says more about our capabilities than our failures do. But I don't blame you in feeling that way. I believe I was stronger than Lotus at one point, and he took me out with one blow. At some point, he tremendously outgrew my own power, and there's a damning sense of dread and depression that comes with that notion. But if you wish to stay true to your family and tribe's beliefs of training and growing individuals for combat, this is the best way to go forward. We have Gladdek and Tar that are able to just help train and build this group to where we can have our own militia force outside of Aralas. You made the right call, but I do think that there will be growing pains. I hope I didn't upset you with what I said.
No, I can agree a lot. Thank you for your honesty. I hope the others are as welcoming with the idea of bringing in these blacksmiths to learn from us. They want to be better, so I guess
Well,
the only way to do that is to give them the opportunity.
from what I understand, had you not hired additional blacksmiths, that there would be a pretty high demand for our keep. So even if it doesn't work out in the way that you expect, it will still benefit us.
I agree. Before I go and speak with everybody else, is there anything that I can do for you? Is there anything more that I can do for you?
Some cactus ale, please. I'm tired of water.
I'm tired of water.
I will bring it back by the keg full, and we will have a fun night later.
You might have to bring two.
Dahlia will kind of laugh at that and turn and exit the room and go find Gladdek and anybody else that would be in the area.
As you kind of exit the room, you hear Gore stretch out and like audibly wince as you walk away. Okay, I'm just going to plan on having the whole group meet together at one point anyway, so we're going to go to Yezreel. Muted.
Thank you. Israel's probably going to go to the Thieves Guild within the town, try to send a message off to the family and get more information on what's going on with Elkona and Sohoth.
You motherfucker. Who are those people?
Okay, so it doesn't take you very long at all. I mean, you know the secret passageways in this town like the back of your hand. All you have to find is a double-headed adder with a eagle flying above. It's a little etching that you can find marked in a couple of different specified locations, and they basically just state secret entrances into the underbelly of Aralas. You're able to find your way, and you have to kill a couple of undesirables, whether it's lowlifes that are hanging down within the secret tunnels that do not wear the crest, or just a couple of different sewer rats and other different things you're able to just kind of traverse. It's pretty
Just your
normal
average
things.
Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, just Yezreel casually killing a couple of people.
Makes sense.
So, but you end up finding your way into the atrium, which is kind of this spherical room that's kind of at the heart of the sewer system with an elevated wooden and metal platform that kind of stands over the top.
Almost like a rift. vibe.
Imagine some of the area, like the main where like the auction house and stuff is in Undercity in World of Warcraft. There's like this spherical room. There's
Cool.
walkways around the exterior, and then like a big platform in the middle. But you walk in, and you're greeted with a couple of glares. No one really goes up to directly talk to you, but you do walk into the center with this very large book, and one orc form is kind of hidden behind it. And you walk up. You know this character to be Tarish, the leader of the Erlassian Thieves Guild. Tarish Gorbeck. It's been quite some time, little one.
Oh, it has, Tarish. How's it go?
I mean, since you left, it's opened up a lot of opportunities for my people.
Oh, I'm sure it has.
Say, how's that councilman doing?
Oh, I've yet to speak with him, and I am honestly dreading it.
Well, good luck with that one, Yezreel. You're gonna have to find out that for yourself.
I assume you've gotten some information about him that you're not willing to give.
Information comes with coin, you know that, bud.
Of course. Speaking of information, how is my hometown doing?
Well, I mean, you were the one who was brought in here because of those politics, and then really nothing's changed. The leadership there is, well, more or less run by me. So,
All right. Yeah, 'cause I'm needing to speak with Alcona and Sohath and make them get their shit together. I feel like it's about time.
before you do that, though, maybe you should try to find out some information about that councilman. Because you might have to reinstate your ties with my guild.
I figure he is dragging my name through the mud here.
You could say that. From what I heard, you more or less failed in your task again.
Oh shit.
I wouldn't say failed. I'd say more so things didn't go as expected.
Well,
And I did not fail my task as before. I got the information and that's what I was sent out to do. Was get information.
He just unmatchly you.
I guess different perspectives, but I can respect your resolve. So you only came down here for information, Yezreel? Or was there something else?
I was wanting to send out a letter to my family, let them know that I'm safe. But you've piqued my interest with the councilman. What's it gonna take for you to give me more information on that?
How about we make a trade for information?
All right. What's your offer? What do you need?
From what I hear, we had to interrogate the bastard to figure it out. But Erlass is planning on besieging Ravana, right?
That is correct.
And that Thieves Guild is more or less disbanded now.
If any of them are still alive.
Man. Okay. So, and this mana stuff, I've had a couple of my members trying to figure out some weird shit. They've been messing around with these weird forces that no one else can see. A few of them have been killed already for being crazy.
Oh, yes. I'm well aware of that.
Oh, okay. Well, I want that information. You tell me about this mana stuff, and I'll tell you what I know.
Oh shit.
All right.
Oh shit.
Not a problem. Can't have you guys killing yourselves over this. Wouldn't leave much room for growth for me, so.
Well, I mean, they deserved it even before that, but hey.
Well, don't we all?
Some more than others, as he glares at you.
Oh shit. Dude, there's some beef here, man. There's some beef that's not being addressed.
Steaming too. Steaming shit.
Yeah. It's been subtle, but it's steaming.
Yes, Charles posture straightens. Like, oh, I'm sure. Anyways, as far as I know of this mana, it is the thing that creates all. It is the base of all life forms, organic and inorganic. It is the creation of the universe and thus of beyond. It is very powerful, and it comes from a realm that we are not aware of. The biggest thing with it is it comes with weird abilities, as if you noticed, such as seeing things, And here's a piece of information that you will find most interesting, is I have been gifted with said mana as well.
Bullshit.
Oh shit! All cards on the table.
Bring one of the people that say that have the mana, and they can tell you themselves.
I mean, we tried to get the information out. Give me one moment. We'll wrangle that worthless corpse over here. A couple minutes pass by, and this guy that's literally been beaten within an inch of his life is thrown like next to you. We tried to get some information out of this guy, but he can't explain shit.
Israel just kind of kneels down and kind of pats his face. Hey, wake up.
He kind of gradually turns his head and like opens one eye as wide as it can go, and the other is kind of sealed shut.
I've heard
You. The thing that follows your hand and your feet, and you're. It's like there's two of you.
it's called mana. You have been gifted with a rare ability. You are able to see things that others cannot, as can I.
I've still yet to see any proof other than y'all working in cahoots.
Yeah, just kind of looks up at him, just looks back down. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna touch you with my mana. And you are going to tell them exactly what you feel from me. Do you understand?
Okay.
There reaches that. Oh,
As you kind of look over to the guys that have like dropped him in, they begrudgingly hold him up because he is too weak to stand on his own.
Ezreal just holds out a hand, not directly touching him, but pushing the mana towards him and touching him with like the mana.
Give me a monocyte check. I need to create a second one for physical interactions with mana, but for right now we're going to use monocyte.
12.
Okay. Describe to me what you want to do.
Ezreal will touch him with the mana and show him the conversation that I just had with Tarish that he was not pretty much able to see before.
And though it takes him some time, this urchin recants everything that you had said to Tara right before he was even put in the room.
Wow. Mana's fucking weird, dude.
Do you need more proof than that?
No. I think that should do just fine. Go bandage up that guy and give him some food and tell him sorry. And they kind of give a perplexed glance, and he all he has to do is just squint his eyes, and they like urgently bolt off.
Now the thing with mana, you have to be very careful with it. Very careful around the others that have it. Do not discourage them. As far as I can tell, it is very powerful. And as sure as you've seen, we can probably kill with ease.
Understood. Okay, information for you. We killed your councilman while you were gone. He was stealing jobs from our people. He took one of our most valuable assets, and you and Hylar, away from us. Made the Thieves Guild lose a lot of money, so we killed him. We ended up finding out that he was manipulating some forces in his own favor to make sure that when they besieged Ravana, which was his plan entirely, that there would be no Thieves Guild. So we made sure that that wouldn't happen.
Well, that's certainly a weight off of my shoulders then.
So,
I hated that guy anyways.
Fair.
I'm not sure if that makes me feel any better or worse about what I'm about to ask you.
Shit.
You brought over some castaways. Some
That I-
survivors of the Ravenous Thieves Guild that specifically say they want to work for you, but you do not belong to this guild anymore.
I understand.
I don't want to see any competition. I'll snuff that shit right out.
Bring us in. Israel, bring us in.
You what?
I understand. Even before everything, I was just merely urgent as the guy that you brought before me. I do not plan on taking you guys over. That is not the plan at all. I do say, if my word means anything, anything at all, there is one that I do vouch for. I did not catch his name, unfortunately, but he is a druid that turns into a crow. I'm sure he's one of the ones that has talked to you guys about this.
He refuses to say his name.
Yes. But I do vouch for him, for he has saved me and given me very valuable information. I do feel like he's very fitting.
Tell you what, Yezreel. I'll make you sign a contract right here and now that you won't start up another thieves guild.
I will sign it without hesitation.
But I'll make sure my people respect you, don't bother you or your people. I believe you have a keep now.
As I do.
That will be considered neutral territory for my guild on this continent.
Okay.
On your side of things, however, there's, in the next 6 months or so, there's going to be a new Dwarven king thrown at the, that's going to be ruling over Khazad-dûran.
Yes, I've heard of the election.
The individual that's currently on the throne, I want them to stay on the throne. It's one of the.
Oh my god!
It's one of the inexperienced nephews or something. I don't care. I just want them to stay where they're at.
Okay.
You sign here, and we will keep both of our ends of the bargain.
Okay. I do need a bit more elaboration. Seems like quite a bit job.
You need me to sweeten the deal?
More so, say if I'm not able to keep him on the throne. Dwarven politics are complicated. I'm not well versed on them.
From what I understand, you're the most well versed in politics on this continent. You worked as a liaison for the Erlassian government for the last couple of years.
From my understanding, Erlassian politics are way different than Dwarven politics. I will do what I can to keep him on the throne. But say if I don't, and the dwarves decide against it, what then?
Well, then our contract is null and void, and your keep is fair game for the guild.
Damn.
I won't personally have assassins out to you. That's not how I like to do things. I will tell you that I cannot guarantee the protection of you, your friends, or your possessions. You know how it works, son.
Oh, I know. Quite a big task that you were asking me to offer. All right. I'll sign your contract.
Very well. He raises up his right hand, which turns into a purple vapor with like cracked black lightning. There's a little vial of like on the like it's like a slight glow as this vial is dropped over to your hand as it waits for your blood.
Ezreal pulls out one of his blades, slices his hand, squeezes it into the vial.
Not a drop is spilled as the vial siphons it in, almost as if there was a funnel there made out of magic. And he does the same. And all he does is pour the vial onto this blank piece of parchment, and it writes out a contract full in blood and signature. We have a deal. You know how I don't like people messing with my deals, Jezreel.
I understand, Tarish.
Get out of here.
I have one more thing to ask.
Go ahead.
It is not a small thing that you can send one of the lackeys. Let my family know that I am safe.
Reasonable request. Just know, although I do run the underbelly of the operations over there, there's an imbalance. The people in charge are feeling a bit comfortable.
We can't have that now, can we?
I'll see what I can do. I'm just saying I can't guarantee your family's safety, nor will I promise it.
I understand.
But it won't be by the hands of my people.
That is much appreciated.
If you want my advice, maybe move them to your keep. If that stubborn father of yours doesn't refuse to stay.
Ah, yes. Thank you for the information. Have a great day. As Ezreal stands straight up and proceeds to very militarily walk away.
The crowd kind of splits and lets you pass as you walk throughout the sewer system of Aralas as we go over to Raven.
So, dude, you're an ex-Thieves Guild member?
Yay.
Dude, there's so much that like Cain is so oblivious to as far as it comes to Jezreel, man.
Oh
It's
yeah.
wild.
Oh yeah. Yeah. As far as character-wise, you guys all think that I'm still in the guild. Holy.
Wow.
Okay, Raven. You've never been on Aralas before. It's this like utopia that's like it's a deserty theme, but it's almost like a resort, but an entire city's worth. It's very common to have like dinosaurs roaming around that have been domesticated. There's a bunch of partying that has been going on throughout the last day and a half. You're right off of the coast, so there's a constant salty twinge to the air, and it's a mixed bunch of races, most common of which being dragonborn, dwarves, humans, and elves. Um, People here are pretty nice. This town is known for their imports of silk, exotic foods, and spices, and
We're talking like Indian type of spices.
yes. And also their cactus ale. Every tavern has their own rendition of it, but it's a staple here in Aralas. But at least from what you may have heard of from Aralas through studies, um, there are there's almost a guild for every profession in this town. but it is the capital of this continent. What would you like to do?
I would actually like to find a library or a bookstore, one of the two.
Absolutely. You have a couple of options. Though you weren't here in person for the conversation with the king and queen, I just kept you there as an NPC. You have access to the royal library, but there are a couple of renowned bookstores that are frequented by nobles. But you can kind of take your pick.
Let's go to the first library you said.
Okay. All right. So you're going within the royal library. You're granted access back into the castle from the royal guards. The guards almost look like sentinels of light. They're just these huge bulked out humanoid figures. They're fully clad in armor, so it's hard to tell their race, but it's like magnificent shining gold armor. But they raise their halberds from the ground and let you in. Halberd being like a really long staff with like a almost like a spear at the end, right? But you're brought in. Some members of the Order of the Cloth greet you and guide you over to the royal library. It's magnificent. Imagine like the library from Beast's Castle.
Cool.
It like giant like ladders that go up at least 30 feet tall, just bookshelves on bookshelves on bookshelves that some have their own elevated platforms, and it's all intricately organized by specific genre, author, title, and depending on what you're wanting to look for, there is this giant like lexicon that's posted on a pedestal kind of at the middle of all of this, and it more or less acts as a arcane locator for a specific book within the library.
So, books I'd like to find is the lore and the history of the Feywild.
Yeah, there's an entire section dedicated to the Fae. Is there something specific in history you're wanting to look for?
The structure of it.
Like how it was like formed, or
yes,
okay.
How it was formed and what started it all.
You look in the lexicon, and there's an entire like 30 pages worth of index for specific books on this topic. You kind of pick from one of the ones up there, and it takes you up. You have to walk up about 3 flights of stairs, take a ladder up, and up in one of the upper sections, you're able to find the ancient history of the Fae. It's written in Sylvan. Do you know that language?
I should.
If you scroll down, it's on the left side.
Oh, taha. Yes,
okay.
I do.
Sylvan is kind of the language of the Fae. You're able to take this book from the library if you want to research further. But just from skimming and looking at audible like specific areas of note throughout the book, it basically states that when there was a clash between gods and this mysterious force, that an exterior plane for all the magnificent creatures was created for a life of prosperity, where industrial revolutions have more or less been banned. Exploration of furthering technology is not a thing. When you gather resources within the Fae, you're expected to replenish them. And for that reason, there's not a lot of typical races that you'll find on the prime material plane on the Feywild, just because they wouldn't be able to survive without thriving beyond the point of necessity. It was formed several thousand years ago, and there's little known about the actual culture there. It seems like the author of this title only researched the topic and may have never been there personally. But This book is basically the depictions and notes of a scholar that dedicated their life to research on the topic.
Okay.
But at a glance, that's all you're able to find out.
I kind of want to see. I don't know if this book would have it, or if there's other books. If there's connection between the Fae and Mana.
You're unable to find anything on Mana.
Okay. Well, that's not what I came here for. So, I'm gonna go leave and just walk around the city and explore it.
Is there anything in particular you want to look for, or just see some cool stuff?
No, just see some cool stuff. I started out in a castle, pretty much trapped, and then ended up in the Underdark meeting people. So I'm gonna.
Yeah. There's a pretty warm welcome. Not only that you were a part of the not only that you were a part of the heroes that came back from this expedition, but a lot of the people don't know your name because you didn't start out with the expedition. It seems like your name is a bit more rare, and people only know you from association, from seeing you with the group. But you did a lot of the same attention that Adrona got, mostly because most of the children and people here on Erlas, the continent, have never seen a fairy before. So you draw a lot of attention just based off the sheer fact that you're an unknown race to a lot of these people. And it brings over some attention. Not a whole lot of people like trying to start up conversation, but more or less gawking either up close or at a distance. But as you're flying down the streets, closer to the mid-afternoon, you're smelling the large and powerful fragrance of the town. 1 second, you guys.
Israel, you need us to handle business. Just let us fucking know, dog. If
I
Tar,
know, right?
if Tar heard people talking to you like that, she would have fucking ended them.
So, but after you see all the, the people kind of gawking and whatnot, you're able to like smell all these wonderful spices that almost remind you of Aslan's cooking, but on a different level. It seems like Aslan only had a sparse amount of the spices available here in the capital city of Erlas. And it's kind of nostalgic in a way, even though you've only been with the party for about a month or two. It brings back some memories of first joining the party and the stresses that came with that. But those are really the only notable things, unless that there's anything else you would want to do.
Maybe let's go. Is there a magic shop or a spell book shop?
Yeah, you're able to find a magical emporium for sure. Old gnome kind of uses a step stool to stand up on his a desk that's on top of a counter. He's like, "Oh, what can I do for you?"
What spells do you have, or spell books?
Well, spell books are pretty hard to come across, and I had a lot more when I first opened my shop when I was adventuring myself. If you're wanting a spell book, maybe defeat some wizards in combat. Take their book. I have a couple of tomes I can give to you.
Okay.
Had anything in mind?
Not well. I mean, some illusionary work if you have any.
Ooh, let me look at my vast knowledge database known as D&D Beyond.
Oh my god.
So fucking stupid.
God damn it.
System window opens. Oh, you can't see this.
DM screen magically like raises up on his desk.
Their eyes roll back
over, he slaps you down.
Yeah.
Their eyes roll into the back of the head. They just start floating off the ground.
Or Tucker, you should even just.
I know everything.
You could just have like an
NPC
overlay.
is the Isekai MC.
You could even just have like an overlay that
Right,
literally is a DM screen. Just like
I see a large man with glasses and a beard. He's talking to a bunch of other people.
That's awesome. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what you had in mind. I have some pretty powerful ones. But it also depends on like the gold you're carrying. But I do recognize the feats that you have accomplished for our city, so I might be able to give you a discount. But we'll see.
Okay.
I've got a spell called Simulacrum.
Oh my sweet Jesus
It's going to
Christ.
take quite some time to master this spell, and it's going to cost you a pretty penny even with the discount.
Damn,
Okay.
it's a high level spell.
It's a crazy spell.
Yeah, break the game with it.
Well, you could if you're a degenerate, but yeah.
How'd you know?
Let me fix this part real quick.
How much gold should Katie have right now from what the party dispersed amongst themselves?
9,000.
She should. Yeah, she should have 9,000
Yes.
on top.
On top of whatever she had. Dude, Cain was already sitting pretty. Like with the reward, he was up at 12K before he sent some to his family.
I'm sitting pretty right now too.
If that seems a bit more a bit too out of your league, then maybe we could go with something a little bit different.
Well, how much are you wanting for it?
I want about 7,000 gold. I'll drop it down to 65 because you're a hero and whatnot. I've never heard of you, but you were with them, so. But if that's not exactly your style, maybe we could go with something a little bit different. And I've got a spell tome of creation as well. Which will cost you around 5,000 with the discount to 4,700.
You know, I like even numbers, okay? So go down to 6.
Persuasion check.
Oh, where's the button? I'm bad at persuasion. Oh, fuck!
As you sheepishly say, "Oh, I'm not good at negotiation, but can you take it down to a lower even number?" You're a fairy, right?
Yes.
Not many of those I've seen in my lifetime. Wow. Huh. You plan on never going to the Fae again?
I'd like to. There's some things left to discover.
If you end up going back there, come back to my emporium. And maybe bring me some supplies from there. Just some herbs, nothing specific.
Lower the cost.
That would be the deal for lowering the cost.
No.
Normally I'd make you roll again, but you got a 20. Fine. 55.
I still don't like odd numbers.
55 and 2 gold.
There it is.
Dude, that's also funny. Like that's like a Fae thing. I would imagine. It's like I only want to do even.
Yep.
Like that's such a Fae thing. Like
That is.
you know what I mean? Like it's such a specific, like not necessarily important detail that must be met. You know what I mean?
How about 5? I'll bring back bulk supply of your herbs and a gem of your choosing.
How can I know that you're going to keep your end of the bargain? I've only just met you.
I've only been an errand girl my whole life.
Well, that only makes me feel better about giving you such a powerful spell. Fine. Tell you what. Flawless ruby. As well as 2 satchels of perfected herbs. I don't know how to say that. Like, flawless herbs that, they can't be damaged in any sort. Excavated perfectly.
Okay.
Fine. I need a time frame, though.
Yes.
I can't make this deal without a time.
I don't know what the rest of my party wants to do. I mean, I'd say today if I could, but
6 months.
6 months from now.
Okay. Mark down 5,000 gold. Your request for additional material, and add to your inventory a spell scroll of simulacrum.
I have to talk with Raven because I never thought of the possibility of otherworldly cooking items.
Oh my god.
Okay. List.
I will send you over a link to simulacrum.
Create a literal copy of yourself that can do everything you can do. Basically.
It's in your messages.
Whoa. Sorry.
Up at the top.
It's like.
I know. I was just looking out.
Okay.
So powerful.
Is there anything else you want to do, Raven?
I don't think so. I think I'm good.
Okay. At the end of this second night, we're going to have everybody meet up at a tavern. There's been a couple that's been explored. Is there a specific one y'all want to go to?
I said we just go with the copper drum, or what was it
Yeah.
called?
Copper.
Yeah, copper drum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you say that's like a Aerolas favorite,
Yeah.
like one of the
Yeah,
top bar
it's a popular bar. It's more upscale. It doesn't get as rowdy, but typically their drinks are a little more expensive, but refined. But it's little to no cost to the party because of their renown.
Gotcha.
So we all meet up at the Copper Drum. This place again is famous for its cactus apple ale, which resembles like a Moscow Mule, a bit sweeter on the side with a tinge of bitterness and tartness. Typically served chilled in a copper drum. And Dahlia, you were able to order a couple of kegs worth of their cactus apple ale. Okay, so we have the entire party that have just convened from their days of travel. Their days of traveling the city, of doing all sorts of different merchant runs and things of the like. We're all sitting at the table as food's being served. Cactus apple ale is being dished out. But we're gonna take a quick break. I need to get a new cup because this happened.
Oh no!
No! Not the Taylor
Oh.
Swift
That's
one, dude.
So the camera spans as dusk is starting to break, as events seem almost as lively as the first night, with a bunch of vendors serving different kinds of street food, parties going throughout the streets, and we find the party within the Copper Drum, which is packed. The frequent visitations through the party has given a bit of a reputation for this bar.
Shit.
That it is the tavern of choice from the Phoenix Force, and there is physical evidence being that the entire Phoenix Force is here. You do have your own room though.
I'll occasionally look upon the people who are dazing and I'll just start posing heroically, maybe flexing just a little bit. Not over the top, but like maybe every other minute or so. You know what I mean? And
Give
Cain's
me
just like really like pulling it out, you know?
Give me just a general charisma check. This isn't
Could
gonna,
I
like, even if
instead?
you roll. Oh,
Oh,
go ahead,
sorry.
please.
I was about
Go
to
ahead.
say, could I argue an athletics check because I'm flexing?
Absolutely, I'll take that.
Okay.
Even if you roll low, it's not going to mean anything bad for you as a character. It will just determine how well you're able to swoon.
That's a 17.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll do one of these.
from the amount of travel and the amount of dread and walking around and meandering, it's been harder to stay at peak condition. But flexing your muscles feels great, and it apparently looks great as well because you have a couple of admirers within the crowd.
Oh, and just real quick for continuity purposes, I'm not wearing my new outfit. I'm still wearing my OG clothes.
Okay, we could say that it's still being tailored.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So, with cactus ale all around, a hearty dish, which is kind of like a eh, it's kind of like a spiced risotto with some seared scallops that have been procured from the sea this morning, has been served. It's been adequately cooked. The rice is al dente, and it is perfection on a plate. And Aslan, you take a closer look, and there are some like you question like the orange color of the rice and can determine that it's a rare form of paprika.
Oh yeah, he's making notes and adding it to his own cooking book.
I've never made risotto before. That sounds really tasty.
I only
Okay.
know what risotto is, but because of Hell's Kitchen. That's the only reason why I know
It's
just
rice.
on your cow.
It's rice cooked down with wine and fat.
Yeah, it's like soupy rice, isn't it? Kind of like.
More or less. Okay.
It's soupy rice.
But the figurative and literal table is all of yours as we sit at the tavern's table in the secluded room.
Well, I guess I'll just start things off by saying, I mean, we haven't all sort of sit down to talk about it, but there's been some murmurs of maybe taking some time off. And you see Cain not look extremely worried, but his brow is a little furrowed. You see a little bit of the lines. And he just sort of says, so are we trying to like take a break right now, or
I would like that time. I would like to see my mother. I haven't seen her in quite some time. And there's something I'd like to do for the group. We need a hub of transportation. I want to grow a great tree outside the front of our keep that I can use teleportation circle on so we can get around places quicker. Because what is our power if not we can't use it?
Cain, if I may be so inclined to ask, are you in a rush to go fight Vecna? Do you want to go do that right now?
You see Cain, his body language sort of reacts in a way that he wasn't necessarily expecting someone to challenge him immediately. And so it catches him a little off guard, and he says, well, I've always wanted to be a hero, and now we all are.
Yes.
And I don't. When the momentum comes, you have to ride with it, because if you don't, will it be as strong of a wave when you get back into the water?
Okay.
Oh, but I have a counter argument for that.
But
my only thing to say to that is all superheroes need, or all heroes need, to make sure they fully harness and understand their power, or it can do more damage than good.
Exactly.
My
Cain.
dear Aslan, I'm already one step ahead of you. Ever since our trek up into the mountains in western Yukon, I'm working toward that as we speak. So, all the bases are covered, and
But that's
I'm
my
ready to
point.
go to save the world.
Your bases are covered, but mine aren't. Not all of our bases are covered.
Okay.
Tar raises
If
her.
I may interject, I agree very much with Aslan. I do not think that all of our bases are covered. It would benefit us to take a little bit of time to prepare and make sure that we have everything settled here. And Cain, if there's one thing that I want you to remember, is that heroes, they may always get remembered, but legends never die.
Tar raises her hand.
I'm sorry. I'll just say real quick, that like you just see his face, not willing to wrestle with that sort of ideology because it sort of conflicts with how he's currently thinking of his situation, and it kind of falls on deaf ears.
Yezreel, you were saying something?
Hold on, Tar was just
Yeah,
about to also say
go ahead.
something. Sorry.
Tar, go ahead.
Tar kind of starts to sign and tries to speak. She goes, "I agree with Aslan," and oh shit, what the fuck? Okay, and Dahlia, uh, Cain. I also have news for the group. I have decided to take. She kind of thinks on how to word this correctly that it relates into sign language and her communication with you guys. I have decided to take charge of two children.
You instantly see Cain just like shocked and surprised, and it's not necessarily followed up with joy.
Yezreel looks at Tar. Like, we'll get to that in a moment.
You see,
Cain, as well with Dahlia, and Aslan. Yes, we must keep on with the momentum of the wave, but we must not be so tired that the wave drags us under. We need time to recuperate.
Israel, you seemed a little flabbergasted there for a second.
There's a lot on my mind.
You see kind of like a light in Dahlia's face as she turns to Tar and she's like, "I'm going to be an auntie?"
She nods excitedly.
Yeah, I'm an uncle.
I don't know when I will be able to lay an egg and have one of my own offspring, but I am following tradition of my previous clan, and I am taking two wards that I will pass on my knowledge to whenever we're back at the keep. Where they will stay. She looks over at Cain Maxwell.
Yeah, he just kind of like did. He just, I don't know. He gives you a neutral face in response.
Furthermore, there is something I would very much like to bring up with Phoenix Force. Specifically, Gladdek, I would like you to be, like, number one in this question, just because it is your keep. But earlier, and she kind of like, she holds up her great axe as she kind of like looks it over and shows it to the rest of you.
It's our keep, though.
Yeah, it's our keep.
Okay, fuck Gladdek.
Well, I mean, you can still go on with what you're saying.
Yeah, I was like, huh?
Earlier, I had a local blacksmith work on mine and Gore's axe. And they did a really good job sharpening and cleaning it up. And they asked if they could come and not just work from us, but train from us. And I want to make sure that that's an okay thing before I give them the good news.
Tar looks a little upset by that.
As
If it is the same blacksmith, where's the is it guys? Sorry, but they also worked on my blades, and they've done a fine job on it. So I vouch for them as well, but it is up to the blacksmith.
I would be welcome to. Oh no, go ahead. If you're going to talk, I'm sorry. I'm getting ready to talk.
Gladdek, as we kind of switched gears multiple times in the conversation, has been packing his pipe with tobacco. As he strikes a match, finally, and takes a couple puffs. Well, Lassie, I'm always happy to teach my craft to others. Whether or not Tar feels the same, I'll leave it to her, but I think it will be invaluable to have more than just us there. If the keep is intended to be a permanent sort of operation for the Phoenix Force, we're going to need more than 2 blacksmiths to keep the arsenal fully fledged. So at some point we were going to have to recruit more. If you and Yezreel feel that these individuals have the high enough level of craft that you feel comfortable with them working on your weapons, I see no reason not to have them come with us and help hone their craft further. As far as how long we take a break, I think one of the considerations we need to keep in mind is however long we take to prepare ourselves is how long the enemy has to prepare themselves. Now, I know there's several things that I want to have in order before, but they're all in service of prepping for the inevitable encounter with Vecna. So I think each of us will need to make the decision on our own on how much time we will need and find a middle ground as a group collectively.
Alright, what about you, Tar? Sorry.
Tar kind of she goes, my people's craft is not just to be shared. I'm fine with blacksmiths working, and I'm willing to give some advice, but my ceremonial blacksmithing is only meant to go to my wards, and so my anvil will be off limits to them and any unknowns. Only Gladdek has earned the honor and my trust to use my anvil.
So let me interject here. I know that you have your mithril forge. There will be a forge already built within the keep, but it will just be a standardized forge.
Oh yeah, but she doesn't projecting know that she does want to make her own blacksmith warehouse, but she just says that to Par that what she does in that shop is not meant for outsiders like that.
I see. Okay, I just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah, no, thank you.
I think that you're fine and reasonable in that request, Tar. If anything, I don't believe that they want to come here to like steal anything special that you do. Just want to improve their skills and believe that we are the best.
Personally, it pains me to compromise, but preferably I would be comfortable with a month. If that's not long enough for the folks that are wanting to take more time, I'd be willing to go to 6 weeks.
Tar can agree to that.
So like a month and a half, basically.
Tar can agree to that.
I can agree with that. I only need some time to create a teleportation circle / world tree for us at our keep. And then a month time to train and become more of an expert in mana manipulation. Because if we're going to close these mana fissures, well, one of us needs to know how to do it.
I only need a few days at most to take care of my business. Which I do want to talk with you guys, but please, more private.
Let's hold off on that bit. I want to hear from everybody. What about Adrona and Raven? What do you guys feel?
I'm down to take a break. I need to do some studying and maybe some self-reflection on some things in myself.
Adrona?
Jordan is also okay with taking the break as well.
Okay. On meta discussion on this topic, it seems like it is everyone agrees on 6 weeks. Between now and my next session, if you all could send me a description of what you would like to accomplish, and we can open the discussion.
Oh,
okay.
I'm already ready.
I've already sent it.
I know we've already been talking, but those who haven't, just let me know, and then we will go from there. But narrative drop back down into non-reality. Yezreel, continue.
I only need a couple of days to take care of my business. There is something that I need to speak with you all about, but I need to speak with you guys about it. Place a bit more private than this.
Did we not have our own
You have
private
Cain's
room?
interest.
You do.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was about to
I think
say
we're just
Aslan looks
currently at
around.
the. Yeah, we're currently just in like the actual park.
Also, from what I understand, you guys are planning on leaving to your keep tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I need to pick up my wards and my sword.
I guess as we retreat to the private room, Aslan will make a comment to Raven and Adrona, the two Fey fairies. If you ever need travel to the Fey, just let me know. I can get you there.
Will probably come in handy.
Whenever, I'm sure the whole group would like to go. I specifically would love to get some vegetation and spices and meat from there. But whenever that happens.
So the bit of lore that I had dropped during Raven's research, Adrona, you would also be aware of this, that like those who are native to the Fae are very they're typically very strict about what is and what is not taken from the Feywild, and that it must be replenished. Not that you guys have to bring this up in conversation, but you guys would both know this as residents of the Feywild.
Yeah, that'll definitely come in handy. We just have to be careful with our resources.
Oh, yes. I do not mean to offend. I have plant growth, so anything I take, I will make sure that it receives adequate nutrition as replacement.
That'll work. That'll do.
Adrona, what are your thoughts on all that?
Patrona thinks it over and says that she is also okay with that as well.
So, we make our way into a more secluded room that's kind of away from prying eyes and ears. Yezreel, if you'd like, you can set up some sentries, kind of the like, by use of your background's ability.
Yep. Definitely set up some sentries. Make sure that
Wow.
there's no one spying in on us.
Another example of the portal that Yezreel has in the city, dude.
Also, just a background feature.
I know, but
Yeah.
not in a meta sense, goddammit.
So,
Yep. Go ahead. You guys have a completely secluded space.
Gladdek, this more pertains to you. I just want to let the rest of the party
Oh.
in on it as well, just a little bit. I've spoken with the Thieves Guild, and there's a thing that the leader wants me to do that to guarantee our safety.
Tara's head's cocked.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, she just looks at she's like matching the same energy with Cain, and the fact that he's mentioning a thieves guild, which is highly unhonorable, she just kind of cocks her head at you, Israel.
Yeah, I'll join in a similar reaction to Tar, because it was like pretty recently Yezreel gave trust to Yezreel, and hearing the potential implications of what he's about to say makes me very unsure.
Agreed.
I am saying this in confidence of you with the trust that I have in you guys. Just take some deep breath. Gladdek, they want me to make sure that the current ruler of the Dwarven Kingdom remains the same. I have agreed to them in face only, but if it does not remain the same, they said that he cannot guarantee the safety of our keep. He will not send anyone after us directly, but he will not stop anybody from coming after us. If the leader remains the same, then our safety is guaranteed. I have only agreed to save face, but I wanted to speak with you, all of you, about this. Because I do not want to keep the current ruler the same, but ultimately that is up to you, Gladdek.
Yeah, Cain just looks over to Gladdek in waiting of a response.
Tara does the same.
Similar to like some of those moments where like Gandalf is deep in thought, there's like a massive fucking plume because he's puffing heavily on his pipe. Lottie, did this leader of the Thieves Guild say the name of who they want on the throne or just current ruler? Because there seems to be quite some misconception here in Aralas on who is the current ruler and who they want on it. Because this is now the second time in less than a day that someone's told me who they want to rule the Dwarven Kingdom. As far as I am tracking, unless the coronation has been moved up, Haziel Nightgrandit, who is old and has told everyone that he plans to retire here shortly, is the current ruler, and Daller, my young cousin, will shortly be taking the scepter and ruling the Dwarven Kingdom.
He said the current ruler. I understand there's probably some misconception with it, He did say about cousin. From my understanding, he wants the current name sake to stay on the throne, or it is profitable for them.
Well,
Did not give me much more information than that.
it may be that they believe that Dahlia has already taken the throne, because that's like what is expected to happen.
Was just
And it seems that they wish to have a disjointed dwarven kingdom in Erlas, because the understanding
Would be
is that
profitable for them.
and likely will, but I have already burned the letter from the king that he had given me to try and take the throne. My intent, unless Dahlia is fervent at his belief that he cannot rule effectively and wishes me to take it immediately, is to have him rule until the business with Vecna is completed. So, if you're worried about me impeding what the Thieves Guild wants you to do, there is no worry.
Tara signs a bit angrily at this, though. She goes, "This Thieves Guild wishes for us to allow your kingdom to be in disarray for their advantage." And she looks at you, and why are we talking to a Thieves Guild? We should go in there and cut all of their throats. And she slams her fist on the table.
No.
Gladdek will pause.
We cannot.
Taking another long puff before looking at Tar. Tar, the Thieves Guild is at least honest about their deception. The very king that has given us our keep is doing the same type of things. He's trying to build an alliance with the Dwarven Kingdom through me. The keep that we have been gifted and the nobility that our team has been given comes with the catch that we now belong to Erlas. If you didn't see that when we agreed to it, I don't understand why you would think the Thieves Guild is any different.
damn.
Yeah, honestly, the king tries to make you think you're special and not. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Basically, the Thieves Guild is treating you like you're actually smart, while the king's just using you like you're stupid or something.
Dude, the whole idea of the king and all that stuff literally almost dismantles the reality that he's trying to live in as far as being a hero, and he dejects it. He sort of shakes his head to the notion, but ultimately doesn't say anything.
Tar just folds her arms and just looks down.
Tar. The reason I have spoken with the Thieves Guild is because I myself have been a part of it. I was trying to get information on my employer. And I got that information. But that is what he also requested. Now, I will not say that I am currently part of the guild. There's a lot of dishonor on my name, which is why he cannot guarantee our safety if what he wants me to do is not done.
I will say that Tar, because of your work in mercenary dealings, it's not you may have never worked with the Thieves Guild, but you do know that Thieves Guilds typically trade in secrets, and it seems like that's what this discussion was about. You take that as you will and react how you want, but you would fundamentally know how that works.
Yeah. Tar scratches her throat getting a little aggravated that she just still can't express herself vocally when she feels so close. And she just kind of sighs, and she signs a little frustrated. She's like, "I understand. I far understand. Let any of them come. Any of them try to hurt our family, our clan. Far will kill them. And she looks fiercely at you.
I understand. We cannot go after them directly. I did agree that I would not take over a Thieves Guild or create a new one, because that would cause way more problems than we already have. But I will say this. If anybody comes into our keep, there is full reign to strike them down where they stand. We will make a message to those who enter our keep, but we will not go to them directly. For I only agreed to this for the information, and I did not fully agree. I did let them know that there is a possibility that I would not maintain this skill. There's only so much that I can do to protect you guys, and I wanted to let you know.
Cain
'Cause I-
nods in approval.
Farsign, thank you.
To be honest, I'm not much of a violent person. I feel like that's pretty clear. I don't really even cast spells that do much damage, but you made that promise, I didn't, and I would murder them if they tried to hurt our family. This is honestly my new tribe away from my home one, and just because you gave them their word doesn't mean a damn to me, honestly. Me and Tar can go in there and fuck them all up for all I care, and burn the place down.
Oh,
Or not.
oh, you guys are speaking like a true rogue. Maybe I have worn off on you a little bit. For indeed, I did give him my word, but I did not say anything about what you guys would do.
Tar looks at Dahlia and looks at fucking Aslan with just fire in her eyes.
I do want to say, again, that we do not go after the Thieves Guild directly. For there's a good information source, if I am able to maintain it.
Well, sure, only if they come after us, though. I mean, for now, I have no quarrels. But oh, go ahead, Gladdek, as he loads another bowl.
Indeed, Aslan. I think Phoenix Force, as he looks at everybody around the table, moving forward, we will need to operate in as much neutrality as we possibly can. Every organization knows who we are and what we bring to the table, and they will try and take pieces of us through these types of dealings as we move forward. Yes, we can operate in half-truths and false promises, but eventually those will catch up to us and will bite us. Every decision we make moving forward will have long-lasting effects. Whether it's the Thieves Guild, Arolas, the Dwarven Kingdom, Ravana, any of these can have lasting implications on what we are tied to and what we can and cannot do without having them come after us. While Arolas has said that they do not expect us or have expectations of us going with them to strike at Ravana, if you haven't already felt that that was more of a you have a choice but not really, that I think you're missing what is actually happening as we're being led into these meetings. Cain, when you went and talked at the bars, what was the story that was being told? What did the people believe?
And you see him like really struggle to come up with the words to speak. And the fall of Ravana and they that's not necessarily a part of the narrative. The fact that we came back with essentially the news that society had collapsed.
Which was never
Was-
our intention, right? What is being propelled is that we came and did what Aralas wanted, which was to start an invasion on Ravana. That was never our intention, and definitely not what we wanted to happen. But that is what is being spread. That we are the harbingers of war for Aralas.
You bring up a good point. We brought up that a necromantic god was here, and they didn't really care.
You see Cain sort of like subtly shake his head because, again, it just contradicts the world he's trying to live in.
I don't mean to bring down the mood. We made it back alive to fight another day, which should in itself be more than enough. But we need to remember what we actually need to do, which is stop Vecna and avoid getting entangled in all the politics that are meaningless as this threat begins to propel itself across this plane of existence.
Here.
Agreed.
Or not.
Cain, ultimately recognizing what the ultimate goal is, agrees with a little bit of a fist up in the air.
Cain, I know you might be having some trouble with this, but in all the storybooks I've ever read, heroes never really bow to no king or any one nation. They only are here to help the world. We're not here to help just this one kingdom. We are very powerful individuals, all of us together. We need to, in my idea, stand above the political aspect of this world and be our own entity that helps protect the world on its own terms. We're powerful enough to do that.
Or not.
Cain just like, with all the talk about the fluffing from the king and like Gladdek's way of putting the state of things combined with Aslan, you see him like, I don't know. You see like for a moment the type of Cain that you saw on the way back to Aralas when we were sailing, like the sort of dejected, beaten down, sort of like, not so hero feeling kind of like emerge, and I just say like, you're right. We need to focus on the bigger picture. And you see his lip quiver, and he's definitely holding back some sort of emotion right now.
Tara gives Cain a thumbs up and a solitary warrior nod to him.
I don't think that we aren't heroes. I think we are heroes and definitely have the potential to become even greater ones. My only point is we need to make sure that we are doing this for the benefit of ourselves and the benefit of the world, not for the benefit of some empty, hollow crown.
So, 8 weeks, right?
6.
6. 8. Oh yeah, that would be too much.
So, on that note, what is our goal? I know I have some things I'm wanting to do in this downtime, but when we all re-adjourn after this time, where to next?
I'll have the same sort of bias that I'm sure everyone here in the Force has, but I'd really like to go back home and show my family what I've become.
Star sign. Oh, bad, sorry.
I know there's a lot of things everybody else wants to do, so I'm willing to put that on the back burner if, or well, on the shelf, if need be.
Tar
Say-
signs. I need to face my previous clan and still find my brother. And she points over to Dahlia. Find Lotus and Nizram by my honor. Promise to Dahlia. She signs.
What about you, Ezra?
I need to go back to my hometown. Make sure everything is okay there still. As well as put some people back in line. But after
Ooh.
that, I say we join with Aralas and we get whatever information we can on how to defeat Vecna. But we all need to take our time, at least a little bit of it. Go to our families, our hometowns, and make sure that they know that we're okay, or at the very least, cut those loose ties before we go on our final journey.
As the night begins to wrap up, a solemn but determined visage lies beyond the party members. They all look to one another with a begrudgency, whether agreement or an agreement for a disagreement. We all end on this night with a common goal. When the morning rises, a train of caravans have been lined up in preparation for furniture and supplies to future, soon-to-be residents and employees of the keep
Like the wagon and
have
stuff
all
like that.
been prepared and you're waiting. Tar, your wagon has been put at the front of this train. There's a line of guards flanking on either side of this train as you are awaited a safe travel to your new keep. On this destination, the next following morning, things go off without a hitch. There's almost a Dubai parade of people that follow the train on the outskirts of the towns, waving you off as we continue traveling for the better part of this day. Things continue on for a couple of hours. Things are quiet. There's not much interaction with the guards that trail your sides, but they're keeping a vigilant eye on your surroundings. As we get closer and closer and closer to the keep of yours, we crest over a hill overlooking a gigantic cliff face you're having to travel across. It's like a sheer cliff drop of about 100 feet. And then about a mile west of this, several miles west of this, you see the silhouette of a keep that lies on the top of a rocky outcropping.
Oh, cool.
It's a windy, dusty, cobbled road that rounds its way up to the main entrance of this keep, being a well-fortified structure, being that there's a sheer drop on either side. This keep has been constructed on the high ground. Nothing but desert. Hints of mountains in the background, snowy peaks. 1 second. Sorry.
We have the high ground.
I was literally trying to make a joke, but you beat me to it.
As the entire view of this keep, standing strong and proud, with a couple of busted bulwarks towards the top of the wall, it seems like this wall has stood the testament of time. It just needs a little elbow grease to be back in full function. You were dropped off from the guards, not wishing to enter potentially dwarven territory, as this has been undecided. The train of caravan... Oh, hold on, sorry. As the caravan is being led closer and closer to the entrance of this keep, we break the threshold. The gate is raised, and the caravans are parked within kind of the center of this garrison. There's a...
How big is this courtyard type thing?
It's pretty large. It's more square than anything. If a soccer field was square.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Pretty respectable
Big.
size.
So like about 100 yards or so?
Yeah.
Maybe a little less?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's the biggest part of this keep. In ancient, in its previous history, it was kind of used as a trading post because of the amount of open space. But you only see slight remnants of that. As we enter this keep and exit the caravans and reconvene in the party, I want everybody to name this keep.
Oh my god. Okay, real quick. What's the keep?
Ashes Fall.
What's the keep look like? And are there smaller barrack-like or stable-like buildings, or is it just a big open
Okay,
space?
so this has the look of like a garrison or like a fort, right? It's where you have a very large outer wall with the tunnels throughout. A couple.
Is it stone?
It's like sandstone.
Oh, okay.
It has a couple of towers at each of the interval points of the wall, kind of where it turns. And then on the 4 cardinal directions, there are 4 pretty tall towers. But on the one northeast corner, funnily enough, kind of sitting half and half on the border, is the biggest tower. It's about a good maybe 50 yards in diameter.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
It's a tower.
So that's the main main part
Yep.
of the keep.
Your biggest rooms and fortifications are inside of this one tower. Just to catch you up, we traveled over to your keep. It's like this fortified sandstone structure on top of a rocky outcropping. So it's a sheer drop on all sides of the wall, with one entrance being a windy cobbled path leading up to it. There are towers on each of the corners, a tall tower on each of the cardinal directions, and your main building is like another larger tower on the northeast corner that stands tallest above them all, about 50 yards in diameter. And I am now having the party name this keep. And that is where we
have so many names.
Yeah. Firehawk.
Any of those.
Ooh.
I like the
Yeah.
Firehawk Fort because it's another name of Phoenix.
I do like Firehawk Fort.
Hold on. Give me just a second to think about.
Ashfall.
I like the ash angle that Dre is drawing.
Ashfall Keep. Ooh.
I also think maybe ash stone keep maybe, but Ashfall does sound good.
Ashenfell?
Ashenfell. Ooh.
Ashhawk Fort.
Quick question, DM.
Yes.
Will my ward and my sword be delivered to me to the keep?
Yeah, so if I'm remembering correctly in the conversation that we had with the caretakers, that they would be transported. But if you would rather that they had traveled with you in the train, then
No, I'm fine with the first one
Okay.
for the sword and the two. That's totally
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, so we'll just go with that. They should be arriving within today or in the next couple days.
That's perfectly fine. Sorry about that.
You're good.
Ooh, Ashwing Keep.
Ashwing Keep is pretty cool.
You could
Ashwing Keep,
also
yeah, like that.
you could also go with something along the name of your ship. You know, what was it again? It was
The Howling Wind.
Howling Wind.
I don't know. I like the Phoenix angle because we're the Phoenix Force.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards the Phoenix angle as well.
Agreed.
I like Ashwing Keep.
Any thoughts so far?
Oh, maybe like combination of both. That like the Screeching Phoenix.
Okay, that definitely is a name.
Something like that.
Let's hear from
Howling.
Raven, Adrona, Gladdek, and Dahlia. I haven't heard anything from you guys.
Oh, I've posted several names in the chat.
Oh right, I haven't heard
I-
your voice about it.
Yeah, I'm liking the Phoenix area. Like I did like the one that Aslan put out, like the Phoenix Nest or something like that. I do because we are Phoenix Force. Like I like that sound to it more than anything else.
Yeah, Phoenix Nest.
What about you, Adrona?
I do also like the Phoenix ones. Phoenix Nest is one that was sticking out to me as well.
Raven?
Oh fuck.
It's okay.
I like the Phoenix ones, but I also like the idea of including Ash in the name too.
Well, that's still Phoenix related because Phoenix
yeah.
rise from the ashes.
Phoenix Ash Keep.
Phoenix Ashfall.
Ash hole. Maybe
Ash
Yeah, I'm glad somebody picked up that there was a little innuendo in there.
Ash hold.
Yeah,
Oh my
Ash
God.
hold.
That's the actual name for the building, though.
That's the smoke shop that's hanging down at the bottom of the caravan.
That's the Smith building. The smithing building would be called Ash Hole.
Yeah, you can buy a bunch of cheap glass pieces.
Yep.
Or it's like a plumbing shop and you can buy a bunch of plugs and stuff.
Oh my god.
Adrona, what do you think? Or no, she said her thing.
Okay, well, we don't have to come up with a decision tonight. I just wanted to.
No, we should do it. We should do it.
Yeah, I want a
It has
decision
to be
right here
tonight.
now. What is it?
I personally, if I were to vote for one, I liked Ashwing Keep or Fort Ashwing would also be
Yeah, I like
a
Ashwing
name.
Keeper. Yeah.
Do a poll and have people vote.
Okay, hold on.
Make that really easy.
But we need to
I feel like that's a very democratic way to do it.
we still need to curate the list of what the options will be for the poll.
Like the
though.
top like 3 or 4.
We've heard Phoenix Nest a few, Ashwing Keep a few. So those
John, did
two.
you want to throw any in the pile?
I still like Ashfall.
Yeah.
Ashfall.
I had we could have done an amalgamation of some of the ones I had because I threw out Flamewing Keep, the Ash of Rebirth, kind of just branding it as its own thing.
Ash of Rebirth.
Okay.
Cinders? I like that.
Fort Cinders.
Ooh,
That's
Fort
not bad.
Cinder.
That's
Yeah,
not bad.
Yeah.
Cinder Wing.
Fort
was a good
Cinder. I
one.
like that one.
It almost gives me like Blackrock vibes from WoW.
Right.
Yeah. We need to get a pet phoenix now.
Oh my god, we should get like a mascot, and it's going to be an actual phoenix.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
instead of
Just so
riding
I'm-
mantas, we're gonna ride actual fucking phoenixes.
So, all right. So for the top 3 I have right now is Cinder or Fort Cinders, Ashfall or Ashwing Keep. Is there another one you want me to throw in there?
Oh, yeah! Punch him in the dick!
Twist. I think
Oh,
that's
I didn't
about
know
it.
my mic was on. I'm so
I
sorry.
think that's good. I feel like too many options have muddled it down.
So we like those three to pick
Punch him in
between?
the dick, keep.
Sure.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Take your vote.
Is it pull up?
I gotta go Ashwing Keep. That just sounds so good.
same.
It rolls off the tongue right.
Huh?
It seems pretty unanimous, DM.
All right.
Yeah, pretty much. Damn.
As we all take a step out and to look beyond all the cobwebs and the slight deterioration and weathering of the walls, the remnants of shopkeep's past, you are greeted by those employed that have arrived. Some smithies, some carpenters, some laborers, and some order of the cloth. All greet you and welcome you to Ashwing Keep. The sun blazes hot above, almost as if the sun recognizes the pull that you have on this world,
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
birthing you in its heat as Ashwing Keep is brought to life. And that is where we will end.
Ah!
Oh.